Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. Pop star and Woma Doja Cat is at war with a Stranger Things cast member. I got the deleted TikTok, I got her response, and I got the reactions from both fan bases. Guys, this one's juicy, and I can't wait to hear whose side you are on, because this one's weird. I got thoughts. I'm going to share my thoughts after I break down this timeline of both characters. All right, I want to show you where this all started. Doja Cat. She apparently found Joseph Quinn fine as S. Now, if you're not watching Stranger Things, who is Joseph Quinn? She is clearly thirsty for him. Joseph Quinn is Eddie Munson. Fantastic character on the new season of Stranger Things. I can't recommend Stranger Things high enough. I did a review over my Movie World channel. Please check it out, Movie World Plus. I love this season. And Eddie Munson, played by Joseph Quinn, is fantastic. Doja clearly agreed. Doja liked him. Doja wants to... get in touch with them. So what did she do? She messaged Noah Schnapp. Noah Schnapp is Will Byers from Stranger Things. Will Byers now grown up, but this will be important later. Noah is 17 years old. Now, Doja got into Noah's DMs, and it looks like they've conversed before. You can see a message before. Noah posted this on TikTok. This is Doja Cat asking Noah, can you tell Joseph to HMU? Hit me up. Wait, no. Does he have a girlfriend? LMA, laugh at my... slide into his DMs, said Noah. I don't know his Instagram or Twitter. He doesn't have a DM to slide in. Joseph Quinn here. Right here, ma'am. Ma'am. That's funny. Right here, ma'am. Now, he also put this out there with sorry, I'm getting there in a second. There was Noah captioned this post that he did on TikTok as thirsty Doja. So that came out, and when I saw this, I was like, man, why are you leaking the DMs of a celebrity friend of yours? Like, that's a no-go. That's not something you're supposed to do. And, well, Doja Cat seemingly agrees.
Hopefully you're recording this.
Here's her reaction.
So that I don't have to do it. I tried to make a TikTok, like a 3-minute TikTok, and it didn't work. I had to, do it, 3 times without cringing, and that was impossible. So I'm just going to say something right now about the whole the Noah Schnapp thing. I think that, to be fair, first let's try to be chill about it. To be fair, this is a kid. Noah is I don't know how old he is, but he's not even over there's no way he's over 21.
He's 17.
And he might be. I could be wrong. But when you're that young, you make mistakes. You do dumb shit. I'm trying to be super fair. You do dumb shit, you say dumb shit, you f up relationships with people, you make mistakes you're supposed to, so that you're supposed to do stuff like that so that you know not to do it in the future. I did my share of ups so that I don't up again. But the fact that this person, that Noah did that,
it's so hard to take this seriously when they keep putting cowboy hats on her.
Went and posted a private conversation between me and him is so unbelievably socially unaware and whack. And you know what I mean? That's borderline snake shit. That's weasel shit. And I'm not saying that encapsulates his entire personality. Noah is not the definition. I wouldn't imagine he is. Maybe he is.
But she's not happy with the way that Noah presented this snake stuff. And so this is now, she's hitting back on Noah for sharing the DMs. Twitter is now enraged. And they're enraged so much so that they're now calling her Doja out, saying, well, he's 17. Why did us open a TikTok to see Doja talking to S about Noah for exposing their DMs? Girl, he's 17. Why were you DMing him about Joseph Quinn in the first place? Power play. He's 17 and you was up at 5 in the morning. I hate when it does that. You was up at 5 in in the morning, try to get it. So a lot of this stuff, he's a child, he's 17. A lot of people saying, well, this is the bigger issue. You don't leak private DMs for any reason, period, even if it's 17. Now the whole argument is like, well, 17, is that an excuse for him being a kid? Should she have not done it in the first place? What did you expect when you tell a 17 you'll find a coworker hot and you want to set him up? Which is it? Now, what's also interesting about this is like, how much, like this right here, ma'am, I think a lot of people are ignoring this. Like, it's very clear that even he thinks like, why are you asking me? I mean, he knows about like laughing, slide into his DMs. I don't know his stuff. He's like, dude, I just looked. You couldn't look? Like Doja, you couldn't do a search for his name on Instagram because he does have one. It's right there. And even like Noah's like, dude, it's right here. Why are you texting me? Like at 5:30 in the morning, why are you texting me about this guy? Look, here's my stance. I think they're both wrong. Noah, you never ever do the DM reveal. Unless you really like are defending your life, like I had to in my instance where I was being accused of something, and in order for me to have a continued life, I had to prove that they were lying. Unless you really are against the wall and having to prove someone in a lie that's gonna really destroy someone else, there's no excuse to share someone's private messages. We are now in a world where I do think the Noahs just don't know better. And I think this is absolutely, Doja's correct. Even at 17, we got to start teaching people this is not the way. Like, if you want to do this, you can do it. But you are a snake. You're a weasel. This is just not the way to go about it. She's not being flirty with Noah. She's not even being inappropriate with, like, look at this. Can you tell Joseph to hit me up? Granted, she's doing it at 5:30 in the morning, a little weird. And then asking, do you have a girlfriend? I don't know their previous relationship. It does seem like they've chatted before. She clearly didn't know how old Noah was. And I'll be honest, it's hard sometimes to know. Like 17, 19, it's hard. She's not doing anything inappropriate with him in this exchange, to my eyes. She's just asking, can you hit me up? Oh, wait, does he have a girlfriend? If so, I don't even want to waste my time. Like, this isn't that bad. And then Noah's the one who's like, we'll slide into his DMs. I don't know his Twitter. I didn't know he had one to slide into. She, right here, ma'am. And then the conversation's over. Actually, who knows if it was over? She might have said, thanks, sorry to, but we don't even know the full context of what the whole thing is because, Noah decided to call her out and be like, thirsty? So Noah made a choice. Noah made a choice to publicly call Doja thirsty, which is a slap at her. It is. Like, whether he meant to or not, he has since deleted this. He has not yet replied. We'll see how he handles this. To me, it's two ways. He needs to then now level in and justify his exposing of the DM saying, why were you messaging me in the first place? I thought it was inappropriate, Doja. If he wants to go that way, okay, then he at least can justify it, or he's got to ignore it, or he's got to apologize and say, sorry, I shouldn't have, well, I thought it was odd. I should keep private messages the same because no one's going to want to message you now, dude. No one's going to want to trust you or talk to you if you're going to go reveal Doja's DM slide to you about asking about your friend who she finds attractive. Who's going to talk to you now? You just broke your trust for a minute of clout on TikTok. And young people don't realize that. This is your person, your everything about you, right? Are you the type of person who's just going to reveal the first thing for a quick like boost? Like that, you don't want to do that, people. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You really got to decide, do I want to cross this line of trust and show others that I'm willing to cross that line of trust of someone opening up and talking to me privately? Is it worth it? Is what this person just did privately worth it? For me to potentially risk my future trust with others. You know what I mean? It's something you got to be careful of. I think he looks bad. He looks bad in this because it's not even like she's cheating on anybody. It's not even like she's, flirting with him. This is just, hey, how you doing? We've talked before. She clearly didn't know how old he was. And 17, 18, 19, it's all old enough to be like, don't share this, dude. Clearly I'm Doja Cat. We're engaging. We're having conversation. I'm not sharing your messages out to my fans. Why are you sharing mine out? If you got an issue with me, just tell me. That's my biggest problem. People will share the DM versus like actually write back in the DM and say, I don't like this. You're being inappropriate, or why are you asking me? Leave me alone. People can't say it to people's face anymore that they have an issue. They got to tell the public so they can be selfishly rewarded. It's not about doing right. That's what frustrated me with when I got, people were sharing my DMs when I got canceled. I wasn't, always being appropriate in some of those situations, but a lot of them was totally out of context, and it was not fair. And out of context, it looked way worse than it was, and they weren't sharing their replies where they were okay with it. You know what I mean? So the out of context DM share is really a sketchy, dangerous thing, because if you got a problem with someone, say it to them, respond to them first, and call them out to their face. And do it. That's the most important thing. And then if it continues and you need to expose somebody, then that's a whole different story, right? But in this instance, I think Noah's in the wrong. Now, Doja Cat, I think you also are stupid because he is 17. And why are you, come on. You clearly didn't know him well enough. Lesson learned for you of who you can trust and who you should be DMing to flirt with, because you clearly are thirsty. He's not lying. I mean, and you could have easily looked him up as easy as Noah did. So I think in this instance, they both look stupid, but I'm going to probably go a little bit extra over to Noah for crossing that line, because I do think he probably regrets it. And I do think that's going to hurt him in the longer run than Doja Cat consensually trying to hit up someone they thought was cool and liked. I had no problem with Doja Cat doing that. Do it. Have fun. Same with Noah. Do it. Have fun. Go do what you need to do. But sharing the private ask without even telling her yourself that you're not into it, I think it makes Noah look worse, in my opinion. Even with the age and everything else. That said, I step back. If imagine this was the other way around. Imagine it was Kanye sneaking into Sadie's DMs, who plays Max, yo, can you hook me up with Millie Bobby Brown? This would be way worse in the public's eye, right? So you got to treat it both ways. Of Doja, you should have waited till he was 18, I guess, to start flirting with his friends. Where do you guys stay on this? Who's in the wrong? This is a complicated one. I would like to bring this back up for our live stream later today. We will be live. It's probably around 2 o'clock, maybe 1:30. Join us over there as we continue to talk about this and other news. You can also hit that subscribe button so you make sure you don't miss it. This and other content. Hit that bell for all alerts so you get notified. And smash that like button to help the engagement so this gets shared. And leave a comment down below. Whose side are you on? Team Doja? Team Will? Noah? Whatever you want to... Noah. Sorry, I'll call you Noah. I just like Will Byers, the character I hope he gets his more to do in the final season. But tell me all your thoughts down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet. Check out my Stranger Things review. In fact, I'm going to put it there on the left. Go watch it. It's fun.